So the pressure is on this year. What a challenge from the New Zealand 20s. The haka led by Vernon Mason, the impressive number 2. And they have some changes. What is it for New Zealand? 7, in fact, in the run-on team. Coach Jono Gibbs wants some continuity in the pack, so just 2 changes up front, 5 in the back line. And Argentina, they opened their Rugby Championship 20s campaign with a 25-6 win over Australia last Thursday, handling the wet conditions better than the Aussies. Our officials, George Myers from Australia, Griffin Colby, Jeremy Markey on the touchlines, and the TMO, the experienced Brett Cronin.
9 changes for the Argentinians as well, so both coaches really backing their extended squads to try and get the job done here this evening.
Yeah, 5 in the pack and 4 changes in the backs for Argentina. Whistle goes and day 2 is underway. First match in the big doubleheader still to come. It's Australia and South Africa. Well, this is the crunch one for New Zealand and Argentina. Argentina find themselves on top of the table after that bonus point victory last Thursday against Australia. Big forward pack. It's part of their rugby DNA to have some bulk up front and some speed out wide. Good take early on for Sam Coles. Isaac Hutchinson, who was impressive in the 15 jersey on day 1, so a bit of rotation there. That's the halfway for the New Zealanders. Pledger goes digging. Still hovering around halfway. Putting it through the hands. Out wide. Coles up again from 15 from fullback. Rampling goes to ground, so some continuity here. Rayson gets it out, and now a little bit of space here for Taeli, and he's got a man on the inside who is unmarked, and it's Dylan Pledger. What an opening for the New Zealand 20s.
Oh, what a start for Pledger. He's been brought into this side to spark their attack, and he's scored with one of his first touches. The New Zealand under 20s looking outstanding in attack. They played with great width, and then they came back with some shape, and Uzavi Taeli in the centres found a gap, stood up the fullback, and then found his little man supporting down the middle of the field. And what a start from the Kiwis.
Yeah, 13. Xavier Taeli, he's the vice captain. Couldn't believe it. He looks to his right, and there's black jersey after black jersey. Well, we can go down to Jordan Hughes now, who is sidelined, and what a start, Jordan.
Yes, good afternoon, Clarkie, Nick. Yes, conditions much improved today, but how about the start from New Zealand? Taeli moving to the centres this week and making his presence known early on.
And the conversion successful there from Rico Simpson. So as we go to the restart after just a couple of minutes, New Zealand leading by 7 points to 0. Jordan, what about the conditions? Looks to be breezy from up here, Nick, and they're looking for territory here. Pledger. Argentina. Bit of hang time there. Goes back and then comes off the boot of one of the All Blacks. So it is play on, and the race is on here. And taking it back over there was Coles.
Wow,
We're going to come all the way back, though.
What a start. Hold your breath. End-to-end stuff already. Argentina with a little opportunity there, but it's been brought back for a penalty offside by the looks. We spoke about the strength of the Los Pumitas being the size of their pack, and one way to nullify that is to play with speed and shape. We've seen this New Zealand under-20 side play into the far 15-metre channels on either side of the field. So we see the little offside there again. But obviously a key component to their game this afternoon, moving this big pack around, trying to find some spaces on the edges.
Basin finds his man, Smith. Hit up in midfield from Papuka Baongo. That's the 22. Great field position. Taking opportunity here for the New Zealand 20s through Josh Smith. Pledger has to go in and help out. Dowley lays it back for Pledger. They set it all up again through Smith, Josh Smith. And penalty goes to the attacking team. Goes against Argentina. So decision time here.
Have they learnt from game one? They turned down plenty of points there and it came back to hurt them in a tightly contested draw, but they love to see this. I heard their coach speak during the week and he said he loved the way that they backed themselves and backed their skills in tough conditions. So we see the penalty again. Absolute mess in there at the breakdown, not rolling away. And some side backing themselves, looking for points early.
New Zealand up by 7 points to 0. They go short this time. And they start to rumble up against the bigger pack. It's off the ground at the moment, but it's going to come back for Pledger. And Simpson can't offload, can't find a way through there. They're in no hurry at all. They'll be happy to rumble, and just reaching out for it there was Malachi Rampling. Wow, talk about reaching out.
What a start from this New Zealand side. A second try in only 5 minutes of play, and Malachi Rampling just takes a hit up, one off the ruck. He looked to be well contained and wriggled through on the ground and reach out and plants the ball down. We see here, just takes the initial contact and then drives through on the side. And this will be a great vision of the reach he's shown to get this ball to the try line. But nice patient play from the Kiwis. They had a crack at the source at line-out time. And they were repelled, and then they just muscle up in the forwards. Malachi Rampling crashes over for their second.
Rampling, he said Argentina is certainly a better team this year than last year. As Simpson brings it around nicely, flags go up, and New Zealand are up by 14 points to 0.
What a start from New Zealand, gents. Really playing at some fast tempo here on ground level, and Rampling, a returning player from 2023, really dominant up front. And New Zealand, a fast start.
And Malachi Rampling, he spoke about the confidence that he'd gained from his campaign last year, and we're seeing that in spades this year. He's carried the ball really strongly in both games and picks off a try early here this evening.
Whistle goes, knocked on. Big night again for the young referee from Australia, George Myers. So he's one of the up-and-comers in the Rugby Australia referee system. He's back from the United States. He refereed about 3 or 4 games in the MLR in the United States, so that's a good experience for him.
That's what this competition's all about, isn't it? It's about developing young players, but developing young referees as well. It's been a fantastic addition to the under-20s program. Hopefully long may it continue.
Good line-out win again by New Zealand, up by 14 early on. And Argentina just giving them too much room to move. A good run from Paongo. Short side they go. The try scorer, Rampling. Back to Pledger and Simpson. Clinical stuff, really. But he picks out the man at the back for Argentina. Just slipping there and going again. Benjamin Alazal. He's the vice captain. He got it out to his captain, Ephraim Elias, the big lock. This one will stay in the field of play. Running straight through now is Sam Coles. Pretty ordinary defence by Argentina. They're scrambling back, and Jean Pedro Bonasconi got back in time to shut it down, and now they get the penalty. But gee, there's some space there for the men in black.
Yeah, Argentina just not handling the shape of this New Zealand attack. They're finding little holes and seams everywhere. It was Coles on that occasion, just slicing straight through what was some pretty ordinary defence, but in the end, Argentina scramble well and get back and force a penalty. New Zealand looking ominous here to start this game. Cole's another of the new men that's been injected in to the game this afternoon. Nice first touch for him.
Hell, Jono Gibbs, the New Zealand 20s coach, just wanted to reward some of the players for their efforts on the training paddock. So those that missed out last week are getting an opportunity here, and this one's going to go against Argentina. A little bit of push and shove there.
Mate, that's clearly after the whistle.
This could be interesting, this.
Yes,
Awesome.
number 4.
Action off the play. TMO Brett Cronin having a look.
Sorry, it's number 1 black.
So it goes against William Martin. And a relieving penalty for Argentina.
Very much so. New Zealand were about to be on the attack again. Some ill discipline. Reverse the penalty. You see it was the captain, Lies, that came through and then copped a shot in the back for his troubles from Will Martin. Pretty easy decision for the TMO, that one.
Vivas. It falls for Rodriguez. So they need to hit back after New Zealand were able to score those 2 quick tries, and this one's been charged down. Spits out the back. Play the knock on.
Knocked out in the contest at the line-out, but this was just a little bit telegraphed from DiBiase, just looking for the little dink over the top, maybe a set play that they'd worked on. Kiwi defence read it like a book. Pressure was there. They just haven't settled into this game yet, have they? A little bit frantic, haven't had much ball, and now this is a really good opportunity for them to just set up camp inside this New Zealand half and try and build some pressure, build some phases and get themselves into this game.
Sideline, Jordan Hughes. We're already seeing the benefit of fairly dry track tonight compared to those wet conditions on day 1.
Exactly right. Very dry track on the field as well. But it's held up really nicely since last Thursday. The rain did arrive right on kickoff the time being it's staying away, and we've already seen plenty of expansive rugby. So long may it continue.
Thomas, the Biasi, scrum half tonight. Another one of the Auspimitus players backing up from the under-20s campaign last year. They get the penalty at scrum time.
This was the feature of their play, as it always is with Argentinian sides. The set piece is always a strength. The big pack muscling up. It's a big tick to the Argentinian front row. First scrum penalty of the night.
The man in the 3 jersey, Gael Galvan. He was in the under-18s last year. Fast track up to 20s level.
You can see why he's an enormous unit. 140, 150 kgs, just a rock in the scrum.
Matteo Fossati, young man from the Belgrano Athletic Rugby Club. 49 metres back. And it's not a bad strike, but just out to the left. So it stays 14 points to 0 after 13 on the Sunshine Coast. Straight through. And this one is going to be the hit back. Did he get it down though? Thomas Medina.
He looks certain to score, Medina.
Yeah, go ahead, George.
And this is going to be reviewed. New Zealand defence was desperate.
Okay, so with an on-field no try.
He's confident.
He's confident. He's got up high-fiving.
The New Zealanders were also high-fiving for their defence, their last line of defence.
This came from nowhere. The short kick-off from Simpson just hits Medina on the chest, and oh, he's gone within inches here. He's palming off defenders. He beat one. He carried another 2 over the line with him, and the black jerseys, they came from everywhere.
George, there's no camera angles that show whether it's been grounded, so stick with your on-field decision of held up and your goal line drop out.
No try. Held up is the call. Led off for New Zealand. And maybe Rico Simpson might put it long next time.
Spoke about he's a very young fly half, still learning his class. Plenty of talent, plenty of skill. Those are the little moments in the game, a little experience that you just pick up along the way.
Drop goal attempt. Maybe he'll have second thoughts about that one next time as well. And an easy opportunity now for New Zealand to run it back. They thought about kicking first of all, now out wide, and it's not going to find touch. Well, it's out outside the 22, was it? They get the early throw in anyway. Argentina.
Oh, plenty happening in this little passage. A foot on the line in the exit from New Zealand, and Argentina looked to go quickly. It was Sorelli, the big number 7, striding down the middle of the paddock. Had a chance to score, but it's been pulled back for not being thrown on the mark.
Bench players on their feet. Good take from Julian Rossi, but not straight as the call. We're looking at the law variations that are in play here for this under-20s tournament. It's okay. They're going to play on. The referees will play on if the crooked throw is uncontested by the opposition. Yeah. Not that time.
Not that time, and clearly caught that on the other side of his body. And really defensively, it's a no-brainer just to get a jumper up in the air and contests most throws, unless, of course, you're defending the driving maul. Just make that thrower be that little bit more accurate.
On against the throw, but into touch, so it'll be a New Zealand 20s throw again with Vernon Basin throwing into the line out. Getting up high that time was the impressive captain in the 4 jersey for Argentina, Efrain Elias. Basin goes to Jack, Liam Jack. Rampling, and that characteristic hit up of his. And now back to Simpson in the pocket. Sends it down into the Argentina 22.
I think he's kicked this out on the full.
From outside the 22.
Just stepped over as he kicked this. I'm not sure if it's going to be picked up or not. Let's see here. Foot on the line.
Game of centimetres. Basin this time. It's Cameron Christie going high with a good take. Rampling unloading this time. It results in King Maxwell having to clean up. Pledger. It's on the toe. Coles wins the race. Now they'll set it up again from inside their own red zone. Rampling. Simpson. Not out. Elizalde, the fullback. His older brother, Thomas, who has played sevens for Argentina. And as the penalty goes to Argentina, congratulations to Los Pumas Sevens, because they have been crowned the World Series champions. They lost the quarter-final in Singapore last weekend, but they picked up enough points to actually claim the league title. So congratulations to them, a first ever World Series title for Los Pumas Sevens.
And their under-20s going well here as well. Strong performance against Australia the other night, and just ever so slightly shifting the momentum here against the Kiwis. They've controlled possession for the last 5 or so minutes. Played down the right end of the field, and they're going to have a chance to put some points on the board here, and a clear mindset that they're backing themselves to take this game the distance. Trailing by 14, we've seen them now take 3 shots at goal. So playing the long game.
Quite a few of this Argentina lineup are backing up from last year's World Rugby Junior Championship in South Africa. A few have graduated from last year's Under 18 South American Championship. And they are on the scoreboard on day 2 at Sunshine Coast Stadium. So it's 14 points to 3. They'll be happy to stem the flow of points, because it was a red-hot New Zealand 20s early on with the try to Pledger and also Rampling.
Yeah, I'll give them some great confidence. Just let them settle into the contest. They've got some points on the board now. Can they get their attack going as well?
Hop on, Black. You got a little. Knock on advantage over. Hold right.
Advantage over for the knock on. So New Zealand is 25 out from their own line. And again, some players falling off tackles. Rico Simpson with a good return. And Pledger looked up, and this one will roll into the in goal. And Argentina happy to put it into touch on the far side, but New Zealand will get the throw in on the 22.
Big net gain from New Zealand. It was great vision from the halfback, Dylan Pledger. Saw the space in the backfield Just saw him have a little peek up on his way to the ruck. Saw the space and then drilled the kick long.
Down the short side they go. Basin trying to catch them napping. Low. Matt Low.
No hands, no hands.
Later back for Pledger. Now up the back they go. They want to go wide, and Taali stepping. The vice captain. Can't control it.
Hold back.
So a let off for Argentina. Well, they're flirting with a bit of danger there. Benjamin Elizalde eventually makes it back into the field of play, and that's a shocker. But the whistle goes just as King Maxwell was claiming the try.
Flirting with danger, all right. This is, I suppose, always one of the highlights of watching the under-20s competition. There's just no fear out there at all. Players learning and honing their craft. Love the way that they back themselves and try and take the game on. Doesn't work on this occasion, and he's put his side under a fair bit of pressure. They'll learn from this, they'll be better. Tough scrum, this one.
The referee playing advantage for the knock on. So we'll give Benjamin Elizalde the benefit of the doubt there. Good to see the stand full at Sunshine Coast Stadium. Just great to see these 4 teams competing in this competition. It is the potential breeding ground for up-and-coming coaches, team support staff, as well as match officials. The championship will have emerging referees from Australia, South Africa, New Zealand and Argentina. And the fact that it's one country, one location, one base. The format has been well received by the coaching staff and players. So Sanzar doing a good job putting this one together.
I think back to my experiences in under-20 for Australia. I always felt slightly underdone just going into a tournament with limited preparation. So great addition to the calendar. Of course, the Northern Hemisphere's got an under-26 Nations tournament.
Big shove coming from New Zealand, but it's there for Argentina. Medina goes to ground. There's the clearance. Chance for a counter. Cole's running it back. Taken by his own man, Liam Jack. That low bouncing out of a couple. Jack. Oh. Passes off the deck, gets it to Paongo. Liam Jack, and now Martin. Simpson, beat one. Good stepping into the 22. Smith. Cam Christie. Simpson. Out the back it goes to Vainuku. Oh, good flick pass. And this is a clear run to the line. Yep, the tongue goes out. They are happy. Malachi Rampling. He gets his second, so a double already for this impressive number 8. But on that occasion, he looked up and there was nobody in front of him. What about the hands from this New Zealand centre pairing and outside back pairing?
Yeah, we'll put that one down to Frank Vainuku. Just summed this up beautifully in the midfield. You'll see him catch this ball out the back from Simpson. And he just puts a little move on his opposite number, then the backhanded flick to his winger, King Maxwell, who then puts Malachi Rampling over for his second.
TMO check.
I love the patience they played with there. They went...
Okay.
It's just going to be checked.
George, I can confirm the try is all clear. However, I want to show you an active foul play by Argentina in the lead up to the try.
Okay.
Well, they're looking at some foul play or possible foul play. So, Luciano
So we're looking at the actions of
Acevedo,
Argentina 5, who
number
makes direct
5.
contact to the head.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got direct contact to the head by Argentina 5, meets yellow card threshold.
Correct.
Okay.
No problem
5,
here for
number 5.
Argentina.
Number 5. So we've got direct contact to the head, meets yellow card threshold. Who's in the bin? Off field review. Now what?
Well, the TMO Brett Cronin has a job to do here. At the moment, it's a yellow for Luciano Acevedo.
It's a double blow, isn't it? Having just conceded a try as well, and now they'll go down to 14 men. Is there enough mitigating circumstances there? The ball carrier was certainly falling into the tackle.
Rico Simpson looking to add the extra 2. And he does, so it's 21 points to 0.
Really dominant first 20 from New Zealand. A real intention to play out wide. These attacking threats they have in the back 3. Beautiful skills on the outside. And New Zealand continued their dominant run as the rain has arrived here at Sunshine Coast.
25, 26 minutes gone, and that's not the restart you want after conceding the 3rd try. So 21 points to 3. New Zealand already find themselves in the bonus point position, and that's going to be crucial, isn't it? No final in this competition. It's a round robin competition.
And of course that draw between New Zealand and the junior blocks really blew the competition wide open, so wins and bonus points now are going to be crucial going forward if the Kiwis want to stay in the mix. This is a concerning little period now for the Argentinians. Conceded a try, a yellow card, and now compounding the error off the kickoff. New Zealand, can they make them pay?
Well, not like that. I think it goes against Josh Smith. Tight head side.
And that's their game, isn't it? Set piece to set piece, so powerful at the scrum. We saw the rolling maul wreak havoc against the Australians last Thursday. Just haven't had a chance to get to it here this evening, but now with the man off the field, can they simplify things? Can they go nice and direct? Try and get this big pack into the game. It's a big scrum with a man short as well.
Well, they kept it tight against Australia in atrocious conditions on day 1. And players like Rossi and Bernasconi in the back row both scored a try. It's a penalty to Argentina. And Liam Jack has come from the field. He's the nephew of the great All Black Chris Jack. His dad, Graham, also played for the Crusaders like Chris. So Liam has been replaced by Tom Allen. Tom Allen was a starter in the first game, which ended in a 13-all draw with the junior Springboks. So Argentina, are they ready to rumble?
Interesting setup here. 4-man plus some extra insert.
Good clean take, and it goes to Galvin at the back, and he passes it back to Vivas. We know they've got some bulk, and they're trying to use it now. They're edging closer to the line, and can he get it down? They hold him up. Great defense by the men in black, but it's going to come back for Argentina so they can continue to keep it tight. Trying to go over the top. There was Giuliano Rossi, but he's centimetres short. Advantage is being played, and is that on the line? Yes, it is. So it's a try to Argentina, and they needed that one. A man down But they hit back.
Yeah, it's an enormous hit back too, Clarkie. A man down, and as we said, just simplifying things in attack. They went for the old 15-man shove, and then they just pick and go close to the line. I think it's the captain, to number 6, Julian Rossi, that's got up, scored the try. Just reached out from close to the line and slammed it down, and that's a really important hit back in this first half.
Well, it was a no-brainer in the end, wasn't it? A man down, so much bulk in that pack, and they were able to get across the chalk. 21-8 as the rain falls again on the Sunshine Coast. And we thank the Sunshine Coast Council for their support for this competition.
6 seconds.
3 days of competition. And this one will swing out
George,
to
I've got a
the
decision
left.
on the off-field review. It will remain a yellow card as the black player significantly dropped to his knees.
So relief there for Luciano Acevedo because the TMO has had another look, and the yellow card will stay yellow. The New Zealander dropping considerably.
I think that's the right call, and here we see one of the new rule inclusions where you can mark the ball off a restart, and this is smart play with a man down, just taking absolutely no chances, mind you. He shanks the kick into touch and made a fool out of me, but it was the right intention there from Arno Gregorio Perez. Smart play, understanding the rule, just his execution letting him down there.
Burden Basin. Not a great throw, and Argentina have it. Captain Elias has been in this 20s program for 3 years now.
Take it back, take it back.
Remember the name, Ephraim Elias. And this one charged down partially, and now it's there for New Zealand and Pledger. Through the hands of Martin. Josh Smith has it now, and that's the 22. Wide ball out to Smith, Andrew Smith. Good carry, and he got it away to Rampling. He got it back on the inside to Cameron Christie. That is wonderful play by this impressive New Zealand 20s team. They're on fire tonight.
It's been pulled back.
It's into touch, just
a touch, and you were right though, it was wonderful play. A great ball from Pledger, found some space down the short side. Andrew Smith showed great strength, and then Malachi Rampling with a lovely ball over the top, but unfortunately puts his foot into touch. Here we see the replay, Smith with the strength, Rampling with the skill to basketball, pass it back over the top, but touch judge on the spot.
So Argentina at the wrong end of the park. Won't stop them from having a rumble though. Galvan. Sideline, Jordan Hughes. We've seen a couple of kicks from Argentina inside their 22. Seems to be quite a tough breeze for the kickers.
Incredibly tough. Lucky the weather has arrived. The rain's really picked up. The wind as well. As you mentioned in the commentary, Argentinians certainly will back themselves from anywhere. They'll have to change the way they play in these tough conditions.
Just seeing the replay there. Looked like he'd done enough, Malachi Rampling.
So Basin. Get it back to the captain. There's Rampling already. He has a double. Not rolling away is the call. Penalty to New Zealand.
Only 50 seconds left. With the man in the bin, New Zealand opt to take the 3.
Wow, the heavens have opened up once again, and will this play into Los Pumas' advantage in the second 40?
Look, I can take this with me.
Mateo Fasadi
No,
had
not now.
an awful time trying to roll it away out of that one.
Once it rolls away.
Rico Simpson. The crowd told the story well and truly before the flags went up. Never looked like missing. 24 points
pressure,
to 8. And there's time for
pressure,
a
really
restart. Fasadi gets the 10 metres this time, and Silva was there. Now it's Galvan. Ibiasi. Sconi. Not releasing the call.
This is perfect for the Argentinians, this rain. As you mentioned, Clarkie, really does play into their hands. A big side, they love to carry it in tight, love to go to the maul, love to scrummage as well. I think this just simplifies things for them. They can roll up the sleeves. You can see the size advantage that they do have in the forwards.
5 is back from the bin. Acevedo. Vivas, the man from Mendoza. He finds Sorelli. Back into the hands of Vivas. And they march it towards the line. Still going, and over they go. What a great time to score a try right on the stroke of the half-time, and there was no stopping the big man.
It's the hooker at 1, Manuel Vivas, who's rewarded at the back of the maul. And this was set up beautifully. They were so patient, just rumbling forward. And that little breakaway pack right at the death surged over the line. The Argentinians a crucial hit back, just doing enough to stay in this first half. A wonderfully constructed driving maul.
And when you've got the likes of Gail Galvan, 140, 150 kgs, charging towards the line in front of you, it was an easy passage in the end for Juan Manuel Vivas.
George, I'm going to show you Argentina changing lanes at the maul.
Okay.
Creating an obstruction.
Yeah.
Hold the phone. TMO is having a look
So the maul's
here.
going to become stationary at this point. And then they've detached and gone onto 3.
Okay.
So
So
they
3
detached,
was
so it's illegal.
So the penalty on the
It's
side,
obstruction.
Obstruction by 3.
That's correct.
Okay.
No try.
Obstruction number 3.
Yeah,
It'll be on the 5.
pretty clear obstruction in the end. It did look a little bit funny, that second pack just breaking away, and ruled to have changed lanes. You can see it clearly here.
Back on the 5.
Break away from the initial pack, and they rejoin on Galvan, the number 3 there, and he surges them over the line. And disappointingly now, the try taken off them.
Okay. Time's off. Where's 5 black? We've got a
So
stop.
clear obstruction there.
So we're good to go. He's off on the side.
And it remains 24 points
Time
to
back
8.
Penalty.
Simpson finding touch.
Oh, it's no try, but it's a bit of a warning shot, isn't it? From this Argentinian side. They're certainly not going to go away. Got plenty of weapons at their disposal.
Replacement for the All Black number 20s, number 5, William Jack has passed his.
So Jack is back from the blood bin. William Jack in jersey 5. And there's a kick from Mateo Silva. And the return kick from New Zealand. Not a great chase. Argentina will run it back. And they're going to claim the mark immediately. Sam Coles, and from Manawa 2 in the Hurricanes development system.
Just they've got some talented back 3 players. A great kick there from Coles. Argentina go quickly.
No, knocked on. So Perez out on the right wing, having an unhappy
just thought
opening.
Trap it in the left hand and left it behind. The touch judge was right there. It was a great kick from Coles. As we mentioned, the back 3 stocks from New Zealand under 20s. Saw Hutchinson the other night perform strongly at fullback. Stanley Solomon on the left wing was a standout. Frank Vainuku showing his class tonight. So much strife at their disposal.
Vainuku, a try scorer against South Africa, and he switched from the right wing to the left wing.
They've had some success playing out the back of their centres. They've got a backline set right across the field, strike play. With only seconds left off on the clock.
Dylan Pledger, one of the try scorers. Free kick taken quickly. And Simpson with the double round, and Vainuku back to Coles. Good defence from Argentina on that occasion, but it's still there for the New Zealand 20s. The inside ball, yeah, it was forward. Or knocked on, in fact. So do we have time for the scrum?
Time off.
Rico Simpson needs some treatment.
Just caught the knee of one of his own players there, Cam Christie, as he fell down. Right on the point of the hip. Just controlled things nicely, Simpson, in the first half. He's pulled the trigger out the back when it's been on. Normally times that to perfection. He's kicked nicely, kept his side on the front foot and allowed them to play in good field position. Strong half from the young 5'8".
Let's go All Blacks, the sign says. And I know that quite a few of the New Zealand under 20s
Time back on.
family and friends have arrived on the Sunshine Coast and have been welcomed. And the crowd in stand is full at the Sunshine Coast Stadium. Hooter sounds 24-8.
Okay.
3 tries to 1 at the moment.
To the left. To the left.
Both teams denied a
Call time
try.
back on when we're ready. Yes. Now we're set.
First match of the double header. If you've just joined us, a reminder that coming up next it is South Africa up against Australia. South Africa, they finished 3rd, the only Southern Hemisphere team to finish in the top 4 in the World Rugby Under 20 Championship in South Africa last year. New Zealand finished 7th, and Australia last year finished 5th. So this tournament is a new tournament, and it was designed to give these Southern Hemisphere teams an opportunity to play some good rugby leading into the World Rugby Championship.
Easy 15. Okay. That's half time.
It's into touch, and that is half time. And the New Zealand under-20s lead Argentina Los Pumas by 24 points to 8 at the break. 7 opening events. Second half underway. Fasati knocked back by New Zealand. And Taylor was there to dive onto it. Fletcher falls on the 10-metre mark. Big shot from New Zealand. And Argentina, well, they looked to go wide on that occasion, but there was a poor pass and Julian Rossi was unable to control it.
It's the right idea, though. We've seen them keep the ball very tight over the opening 2 rounds. Haven't played much football at all. Just unable to handle that ball. But if they're going to test New Zealand, they've got to play with some width. They've got to find some seams out on the edges. Try and play with a bit more speed and get this big pack on the front foot. Looks to have been some changes in the front row.
I see big Diego Correa in 17 is out there in the front row for Argentina.
Crouch. Fine.
I like the quote from John O'Gibbs, a very colourful coach of the New Zealand under-20s. He said he's expecting a physical battle from Los Pumas. Huge pack, they're well drilled in the set-piece play, and their DNA says they're going to be big up front.
I think by far out of the 4 sides, they've got the biggest pack, including South Africa. That's no mean feat. You can see big Thomas Repetti's on the field as well, and jersey 18, 130 kg, scored a try versus Australia.
Now the referee from Australia, George Myers, losing a bit of patience there. Just a new front row from Argentina.
Yeah, just a tad eager, the new front row. Keen to make an impact. You could see just edging forwards before that ball was in. It's a really relieving penalty now from New Zealand. Look at that kick from Rico Simpson. Feels like plenty of distance. You see the replay, just keen to get on the front foot. Pushing in this loose head side.
So Mason finds his target straight down to Pledger. And hitting it up is Tupuka Paongo. Now Matt Lowe with a good carry. They're upping the tempo a little bit. Went backwards.
Playing knock-on advantage.
And knock-on advantage because Argentina got a hand to it. Martin taken by Acevedo. Simpson just holds it up a little bit and gets it to his vice-captain, Thaili. Pick and go. Argentina were waiting though. Now it's Cameron Christie.
Tackle release.
Went in pretty high. But works his way to the ground. Josh Smith. Nothing pretty at the moment. Just trying to suck in that Argentinian defence, and Simpson now gets the ball one-hander away. And after all that, it's been knocked on. Rossi, Julian Rossi.
Hold.
And the foot is over the chalk. Bit of feeling out there.
That's always good to see. I'm lucky not to be brought back here for the knock-on advantage. They hadn't really gone too far, and then they just rolled into touch, and then there's a late clear out here from King Maxwell, I think it is.
Bit of a stoppage with a chance to go sideline to Jordan Hughes. What about the conditions for the opening of this second stanza?
Much better down on ground level. The rain has stayed away for the time being. The radar was saying very patchy. So as we've seen, both these sides want to play some high-tempo rugby. And for the Argentinians, their set piece has been dominant. They can get that scrum moving. That's their best chance to get back into this contest.
Will Martin down getting some treatment.
Man from the Waikato in the Chiefs development system. There's the clean out from King Maxwell. He was lucky that the Argentinian play didn't dip any further. Otherwise, there could have been a bit of contact.
Kiwis have upped the tempo here to start this second half. They did the same on night one, came out firing after the break. They flattened up with their forward runners, just looking to generate nice quick ball off the halfback. Rico Simpson's just sitting out the back, waiting for that perfect picture.
So Basin throws it
Don't change
in.
your bind, don't change your bind.
And they still rumble. And they're over the line, and it is a try. And getting up with it is Andrew Smith from the Waikato. So they got a couple of early ones in the first half, and now the New Zealand 20s have the first 5-pointer in the second stanza.
And it's a beautifully constructed rolling maul. We can see just driving straight through the middle of this enormous Argentinian pack. As you said, Andrew Smith crashing over for the try. Put that down to the 8 men of the forward pack. Nice and patient. They won the initial hit and then drove through the middle. Was far too clinical at set piece. These New Zealand under 20s, they extend the lead. 29 points to 8 now with the kick to come.
They're back in that bonus point position, and it's going to be Rico Simpson. Can he add the extras? Yes, he can. That's 5 off the tee for Simpson, so they're into the 30s, 31 points to 8.
What a dominant start in the second half for New Zealand. Just pure power through the middle. Well formatted. New Zealand are looking strong early on in the second half.
Well, the New Zealanders were happy to put themselves in a winning position against South Africa. They had the early lead, then South Africa were in front on the scoreboard, and they scored late, and the conversion would have given them, a successful conversion would have given them the win, but it wasn't to be, so they had to settle for the draw, which has really thrown a spanner into the works because there's no final in this competition. It's a round-robin situation, so bonus points are crucial. And eventually, New Zealand fighting with a little bit of danger down in their own red zone. Put it into touch.
Just on that point, it was one of the areas they highlighted where they needed to be better. They felt that they had that second half. They had the control in that second half, and they just let South Africa off the hook. In the end, they showed great character to come back and nearly snatch the victory at the death. But you can bet they would have spoken about that again at halftime tonight, just controlling this second half, managing the scoreboard and coming away with the win.
As it stands at the moment on the points table, Argentina are on top after the bonus point victory over Australia last Thursday. So they're on 5, New Zealand 2, South Africa 2, and Australia still to open their account. But Argentina, you cannot write them off on a wet night again on the Sunshine Coast. So much bulk up front, but now they try and release the backs. No way through there, but it's Diabasi who picks up a runner. Diabasi again. Corrado goes to ground. A little show and go for a while, but the defence holds for the moment for New Zealand, but they go wide now through Bocco. Pick and go.
Tackle release.
Driven back, 5 out, Argentina. Really need to be the next team to score, you would think. at 31-8 down. Tirado out there in 20. Acevedo. Ropetti will pick it up and give it to Ignacio Tirado. Keeping it in tight. And now they get the advantage, so no need to panic. And it goes out to the impressive one, Pedro Bernasconi, but somehow the men in black are able to stop him from crossing the chalk on that occasion. Gee, they're close. Centimetres away, Argentina. Still short that time from Correa. Still short.
Let it come, let it come.
Desperate defence from the New Zealand 20s. Knocked on there, but they have a penalty because they're playing advantage. Oh, they were oh so close.
Just going inch by inch. Great defence from this New Zealand side, and awesome patience from the Argentinians. Rolling up the sleeves and going to work. I think if they could have found a pass down the short side. Big Bernasconi had a mismatch on Dylan Pledger there. Could have fancied his chances, the big number 8.
Offside.
Will almost certainly go to their rolling maul here.
Matteo Fossati
Hey, skipper.
into touch.
There was a couple of advantages there.
And get ready to rumble again.
Offside as well.
See, plenty of hands on the ball on the deck there on the ground.
Vivas.
All right, we'll come up. And got one.
Taken by Sorelli. Channel back to Vivas and the rumble. The referee in a pretty good position at the end of all that. And there it is, the try to Juan Manuel Vivas. He was denied earlier on, but not that time.
Yeah, and this time they get it right, and Vivas finally gets his try. See, they just won the battle. They won the hit and were able to shear around the side of the New Zealand Under 20s, and Vivas surged to the line with the help of his centre, Thomas Medina, lending his weight as well. And in the end, it's just body height and power that gets them over the line. And that's an interesting score. They had to be next to score, and they have been. And can they find a way to get themselves back into this game in the second half?
Did we give a try assist to Thomas Medina?
I think you
How
do.
often would that happen in Los Pumas rugby?
The old 15-man shove. The centre read it beautifully. Timed his run to perfection.
All points are crucial tonight. And the conversion not successful. So unlike the New Zealanders and Rico Simpson, who's been pretty much perfect off the tee, that's a third miss now for Argentina. But Jordan, they'll be pretty happy with that one.
A massive rolling maul response there from Argentina. It brings so much energy to this competition to the Argentinians, and that's just the hit back they needed.
31-13.
Oh, what a pickup.
A half volley. It was brilliant.
Use it.
Thomas Debasi, the scrum half with the box kick.
Backwards off black.
It's gone backwards. Play on for New Zealand. And now the penalty. Yeah, holding on is the call. A little isolated there at first, Sam Coles.
28 minutes left on the clock. A great exit from the young halfback, DiBiase. He's controlled things nicely over the opening 2 nights of the competition. He puts the box kick on the spot, and then the chase is up to the challenge. They get through and win the penalty. What about this pickup off the kickoff?
DeLuca.
Just only just onto the field. You can see great desperation on the ground. It was the hooker, the try scorer, getting in and winning a crucial penalty for his side. So doing it on both sides of the ball now in attack and defence.
All smiles on the New Zealand 20s bench. And why not? You're up by 31-13. And Argentina will now chance her arm out on the right and the kick ahead, but the chase really wasn't on. So knocked on by New Zealand. Argentina will get the put in. Substantial outlay of money by Senza.
Mate, it's a clear deliberate knock on. He's not in a position to regather.
The inaugural Rugby Championship.
I'll get the number for
Under
you.
20s.
And the tackle is the timing's fine on the other one.
CEO Brendan Morris hoping it to become a regular fixture.
And it's number 8
on the Southern Hemisphere calendar, because clearly with the Six Nations 20s they get to play that wonderful tournament early in the year, and it's a great lead into the World Rugby Under 20 Championship.
And you can see with the results last year, perhaps Southern Hemisphere sides just needing a bit more development leading into those tournaments, a bit more exposure to the level and the quality that they're going to face.
It's going to be tough in South Africa in a couple of months because New Zealand, they're teamed up with France, who won the title last year, Wales and Spain, Argentina pooled with South Africa, England and Fiji, and Australia with Ireland, Italy and Georgia. So 3 groups of 4. Starting in late June, running through to mid-July in Cape Town, South Africa. That's all ahead, and Argentina rolling ahead now. Another converted try here will certainly make it interesting. Oh, that was well read. Great defence by New Zealand, but it's still there for Los Pumas, and now Augustine Sorelli. A good carry. The gap opened up. Oh, brilliant offload from Diabasi out to Ignacio Torrado, the replacement back rower. Try time, Argentina.
And that's better from Argentina. They finally got some front foot ball, and the halfback, Diabasi, just picked up the ball and decided to run. It was a great carry from the number 7, Sorelli, that got them on the front foot, and the little halfback just senses an opportunity, takes a run, throws a great offload, and Ignacio Torrado, jogging on the spot, crashes over, and all of a sudden the Argentinians are right back in this one.
Yeah, it was just a rare mistake on D for New Zealand 20s. Allowed Thomas Diabasi an opportunity to have a crack, and it was a great offload.
It really was, and as I said, the first time they've really generated that front foot quick ball. Great heads-up play from the halfback to capitalise.
Santino De Luca, a man from the La Plata club, will try and narrow the gap even more. 31-18. De Luca. That's better. Flags go up. 31-20. Don't go anywhere. Argentina coming back.
A real momentum shift here on ground level. The atmosphere starting to build. Argentina 2 tries on the trot and starting to find their groove in attack as well.
And a long way to go as well. 56.5 gone. Well, there's a fumble there into touch, and so it's going to be New Zealand that will get the throw in.
These are the little moments in tight games that you've just got to nail. Coming off scoring points, Diabasi thought he saw something down there, but New Zealand defence quickly closed the door. Just really needed a nice clinical exit there, get themselves back down the other end of the field.
Mario is on for Azevedo.
Take it back.
Back in the pocket, Santino De Luca. So they just need to steady the ship a little bit. New Zealand control a little bit of possession and field position like they did for the majority of the first half. And that's a sloppy handling from William Martin. Bill won't be happy with that.
And another chance to go to set piece. Whole new front row on the paddock. Big opportunity here. Scrum for penalty first. This is how they can control the game. When they go set piece to set piece like this, you just don't give the opposition a chance to build any phases and any continuity, and you can really see that the New Zealand attack is flustered at the moment. They haven't had any ball, they haven't had any chances to play down the right end of the field. And as you said, still plenty of time left on the clock. If they could get some more points here, well, it's game on, well and truly.
Well, the bench is really going to come into play, isn't it? Who's got the best impact? And there's all smiles there from Johnny Lee and from the Crusaders pathways. And he was impressive in the opening night against South Africa. So look for impact from Lee.
Cooper Grant, Ben O'Donovan, the halves on the bench as well. I heard the coach speak during the week. He said they'll definitely get some time at the back end of this game. He's keen to give them another crack to see if they can close it out.
But a gutsy call by Argentina and the head coach Alvaro Galindo, because he made 9 changes to the starting team that ran on against Australia. 5 in the pack, 4 in the back. So he's certainly backing his overall depth in the 31-man squad.
I get the feeling right from the get-go this afternoon that the Argentinians, they were backing themselves to play the long game. They took points early when they could. Plenty of faith in the men coming off the bench to come on and close the game out.
Coach Galindo just encouraged all of his squad members to play as many minutes as possible in the lead up to this Rugby Championship Under 20s tournament, no matter what level, whether it's at the club level or the academy level. So Argentina, can they score another one? They've gone bang bang in the second half. Out to the captain, Elias. He's played Super Rugby Americas, started out as a back row and now finds himself at lock, and he is impressive. Rabasi, De Luca, Sorelli.
Backwards.
Gaining more
Just play
confidence, putting
advantage
it
for
through
a
the hand
penalty
as well.
only high tackle,
So
penalty
Stoney.
only.
Playing advantage now
That's
as well.
correct.
For a high tackle. Rampling with a good ball and all tackle, but it's there for Argentina.
Your penalty advantage here, Argentina.
Elissalde goes to ground. Ropetti, big man. Look, there's what, 3 defenders in there trying to bring him down. Oh, and good hands in the end from Elias. De Luca, Berlusconi. Little grubber kick through for Alazan to chase, but it's there for New Zealand, and Simpson throws it back into his scrum half pledger. Rampling with Dag and his brother in the stand. I'd be impressed with Rampling's night. 2 tries in the first half. Matt Lowe with another good run. Pledger. Simpson. The vice captain, Daly. Advantage being played. This time they pick out Berlusconi, but they'll come back for the penalty.
Santino De Luca has come in to play fly half now for the Argentinians, and he's really sparking their attack. He's getting the ball into the wide channels and asking plenty of questions. Kiwis up to the challenge on this occasion. They've just got no fear, these kids. Every turnover they get, looking to shift the ball to the edges, looking to take the game on.
Well, an opportunity to ask you, Nick Frisby, where's the under-20 game gone since you played in that World Rugby 20s Championship in South Africa? Oh, help me out here, 2012?
Yeah, spot on, 2012. Well, making me feel old, Clarkie, but it's definitely progressed. It's more physical, more structured than it used to be. I think, you know, back when I was running around, it was a fairly loose affair, a bit of, you know, throw the ball around, hit and giggle, but I've seen the sides get to spend more time together now. They've got the addition of this tournament early in the year, and they've got time now to really build connections and structures.
Yeah, great initiative by Sanzar to put this tournament on. And New Zealand now through the hands. It's Maxwell, the right winger over on the left. They stand off him, and Pledger! He's got a double. Backed up brilliantly in the first half, and he's done it again for his country in the second half. Oh, that was very slick indeed by the New Zealand 20s backs.
Guys, what a move right across the field, and Dylan Pledger, well, he's fielding in the slips here. Pulls the hand back and plucks it out of thin air. It was a lovely set-piece play. They went wide, and they've had success all night playing out the back. King Maxwell found some space, and he summed it up beautifully through the dummy, and then found Pledger backing up on the midfield again. What about the support line from the young halfback right across the middle of the field? And he's rewarded with his second. Some pretty silky hands in there as well to hold on to the footy. That's what they can do, this New Zealand side. They can blow the game right open with their attack. Edge-to-edge stuff.
Well, there won't be a hat-trick for Dylan Pledger because he's been replaced. Job done. A double for New Zealand. And Simpson, oh, he's got it on a string. Flags go up again, and that was really what New Zealand needed it. Jordan.
First phase poison there from New Zealand, all class on the outside. We've seen how electric the back three is. And the line on the inside from Dylan Pledger, he's been immense all afternoon. So well deserved for another 5-pointer from New Zealand.
Rico Simpson off the field as well.
Well, it's been an impressive performance by the 9 and 10, Pledger and Simpson. So now O'Donovan and Grant, Ben and Cooper get an opportunity. 23 is out there as well, Josh Vanga. So New Zealand looking for impact from their bench.
Taken back. Holding in front, 19.
Good take. And the chase was a good one as well. Kamazi from a standing start there. Thomas Rapetti. Elias. Deluca with nowhere to go. Rapetti goes to ground. Oh, the big man just couldn't reach down for that one, could he? Marcos Kamalink. But he got away with it.
He's really turning up the heat in defence, bringing plenty of line speed.
The box kick from Thomas Diabiasi. And a good take. Cooper Grant. The offload. Maxwell goes into scrum half. New Zealand, you can see the big numbers out there. They've cleared their bench. 21, 22, 23 all out there. Call up and he's been able to make the most of it.
He's been strong, hasn't he?
It's knocked back there by Christie. And the New Zealanders have it through Latui. And again, just showing that they're confident out wide. Sam Coles chiming in. Back on the inside now to O'Donovan. Clear run for the line, and he puts it down in the corner. Oh, when they back themselves out wide, it is pretty to watch. The New Zealand under-20s have got another 5-pointer. And the old German movement. Hands.
Oh, this was sensational. They're putting on a show now, aren't they? The ball movement through the back line is just pretty to watch. And while it's not a hat trick to Dylan Pledger, it's a hat trick to the good guys, the halfbacks backing up down the middle of the field. Just a beautiful team display, shifting the ball to width with precision. And the little man down the middle finishes it off. And for all halfbacks watching, it's just such a simple way to bring value to your side. Supporting down the middle of the field, it's just a work rate thing. A really easy way to have impact on the game, and these young Kiwi Nines, they're doing it perfectly tonight.
From the Crusaders pathways, Ben O'Donovan, and the conversion attempt out to the left, but it is 43 points to 20.
Just electric skills there from New Zealand, and once again the work of Taieli and Sam Collins really summing up the situation well, going to the line. And as you said, the support line of the halfback is something special.
Important to mention the work of Taieli, as you did there, Jordan, as well. He's had a hand in a couple of tries tonight. We've seen his footwork, but his skill with the ball in hand as well, creating opportunities for his outside men, has been wonderful to see.
So New Zealand 20s, if they can go on and keep this bonus point situation intact, going to put pressure on the likes of South Africa and Australia coming up next. Here's a kick over the top outside the 22. So Benjamin Elizalde has to go to ground. Taken back, so they send it down the middle of the park, but the whistle has gone. Penalty to Argentina.
Once again, just playing to width with precision. Taieli again. Just look how he straightens the attack here. That's Josh Wonga now, who's on the right wing, put it on the toe and then clipped Benjamin Elizalde high as he came through.
Well, clearly the message has gone out there from coach John O'Gibbs to his replacement players, the impact players, the finishers. Go out there and have a crack, and my goodness, they're having a crack.
Racking up a big score here too, as you mentioned, could be crucial going into the final round of the competition on Sunday.
Loose ball and head on the chalk there. So O'Donovan couldn't do much about that one.
Just sloppy at the line out. Donovan diving on the loose ball. Really important final 10 minutes here for the Argentinians. In their first round bonus point win, they're going to be right in the competition heading into Sunday's fixtures. Just need to find some fluency in their attack here, something that they can build on and take into that game versus the South Africans.
We're into the final 10 minutes of this opening game on day 2 of the Rugby Championship Under 20s, presented by Sanzar. 43 points to 20. New Zealand 20s, and a good rumble there. Upfield now, once again, they'll look to go wide. Wonga coming in from the right wing, running off Rampling. Great short ball. Pauline, and the support is there as well. And they keep it alive. They fling it over the top, and running onto it is Andrew Smith, who scored one of the tries. This time he's brought down. And O'Donovan got it out the back. And Grant offloads to Pongo. Whistle goes. And it's a penalty. Oh, no, that is a relieving penalty as well for Argentina.
Isn't it what? The speed of the game that New Zealand are playing, just leaving this Argentinian side for dead. You can see they've got plenty of players on the ground. They're all sucking in the big ones. It's the skill of the interchange between the forwards, just opening up holes in the midfield. Sikapole, some lovely short balls in that phase of play there. Found openings on 2 occasions. are a pleasure to watch when they play like this.
Paluka finding touch over on the far side. Have a look at it here. Just playing with a lot of confidence in Sikapule. For a front rower.
Look at the ball movement, everyone doing their job and keeping it alive.
The flick there from Manu Mawa. Latiu, who's a replacement. Hooker, they're on their feet in the stands on the Sunshine Coast.
That's how you dance, Clarky, isn't it?
They put me to show. It's a shame. That might come back to haunt them at their 21st birthday. So 6 tries to 3. New Zealand looking for maximum points here to keep the pressure on Argentina and South Africa and Australia. It's a round robin competition, no final. So if teams finish on the same points, we go into a tiebreaker situation. And that draw on day 1 where New Zealand and South Africa picked up 2 points apiece might complicate things a little bit, but we'll sort that out on Sunday, the final day. For those of you around southeast Queensland and on the Sunshine Coast, don't forget Sunday, the final day. Argentina, South Africa, 1:30 p.m. and Australia play New Zealand at 3:30 p.m. Who will it be on top of the points table? Who will be crowned the inaugural Rugby Championship Under 20s champions? Scotty lays it back. Knock on both ways. And now all of a sudden Argentina being forced into that catch-up mode, aren't they?
Yeah, they are just under immense pressure defensively and on the scoreboard as well. And just trying to shift the ball to the edges and create some opportunities, but just not generating that goal. They've run away with it in the last 10 minutes, but Argentinians really made them work for it early in that second half. They controlled the game nicely with their set piece. Just haven't threatened enough in their general play attack and haven't put the Kiwis under enough pressure.
Wherever you're watching, it's great to have your company. Hope you are enjoying watching these stars of the future in action. Good evening to one of our friends in New Zealand watching through Sky Sport, Stan Sport in Australia, Super Sport in South Africa, ESPN in Argentina. Great interest in this inaugural Under-20s Championship. Let's hope it's here to stay. And New Zealand, well, that time the flick was on, but not able to control it that time was Josh Wanga. And so a turnover to Argentina. Elias. Safely into touch. I think the New Zealand coaching staff, led by John O'Gibbs, they're going to have a tough decision to make. You know, when they pick their 23 for the final day on Sunday.
Definitely will. There's plenty of blokes that have put their hand up here this evening. Seen 2 different sets of halves. We've seen plenty of strike in the back 3. Solomon, of course, a standout from game 1. Fullback Hutchinson. Some skill in the forward pack as well. Plenty of selection headaches.
Argentina roll the dice, making 9 changes to their starting team. So if you look at the scoreboard, you'd have to say that it's backfired, but vital minutes for their entire squad here. And we will be interested to see who Alvaro Galindo, the head coach, settles on for his final game. And that's against South Africa. 2 big packs.
2 big packs. That'll be a massive contest up front, but it's always a fine line rolling the dice and making so many changes. You want to give guys opportunity, but got to create some sort of continuity as well. said, I felt like they've really struggled in attack tonight, and perhaps it's a result of just one too many changes, but vital game time for the extended squad, and certainly something they can build off going towards the Junior World Championships.
The TU, replacement hooker. As the rain continues to fall, and this one falls for Argentina. Jordan Hughes, the umbrella is out again. Got a scrum on the 22.
Australians and the South Africans will be sitting in the change room, watching the rain come down, thinking, oh no, here we go again. Trying to take a trick on the sunny coast.
Well, it's not as bad as the opening day.
It's not. We've seen plenty of free-flowing rugby here this evening. No doubt there'll be plenty more in store in that game.
Thomas Libasi puts it in. They look to run it from their own 22, but a good read on defence. No way through there for Franco Rossetto. Advantage is being played for Argentina. No advantage, so we'll come back. So it's 6 tries to 3. If it stays like that, New Zealand will get the bonus point. So it's in Argentina's interest to deny them.
Black 18.
Can they come up with another 5-pointer?
Nah, it's a clear tackle in the air, mate. It's penalty only, though.
Backing themselves right to the end, trying to
Hold the kick, we'll move the mark up.
eke out whatever they can, whether it be another try or
Tackle in the air, so we'll move the mark up.
something
Yeah,
that
correct.
they can take into Sunday's game.
Tackle in the air, penalty only.
This would be a crucial bonus point for New Zealand, given the draw in the first game. It would put them in pretty comfortable standing. That's a great kick from DeLuca. And give his side one last crack at them here.
$43 points to 26 tries to 3. Argentina trying to deny New Zealand maximum points here, trying to take the bonus point off them. Peter Sounds in the background, and that's a crucial win at line-out time. And that is it. Well done, New Zealand 20s.